What's up, people? Now, DC, Warner Brothers, Justice League movie. All day today, there has been posts, there has been people who have met up and they've been on the set of this Justice League film. They've been shown footage, and none of it's leaked yet. Nobody's seen any, or put any footage out there. But for those who did see it, they got a chance to talk to other people, people on YouTube, reviewers, everybody. And they're telling everybody that they're taking this Justice League movie in the right direction. Everything that I heard so far, I love. Everything. Even Ben Affleck has come forward and he said that there will be, this movie will be a lot more fun than Batman vs. Superman. And he said that Batman vs. Superman was really based upon the Dark Knight Returns novel. And that is a very dark, very heavy and dark novel. So it had that tone, it had that feel. But now he's promising Justice League there's always more room for humor, which I think is a good idea. Now, I know DC, or Warner Brothers at least, was talking about their DC films, and they didn't want to take the Marvel route and put a lot of humor in there. And I was thinking, why not? Humor is always welcome, especially in superhero films. Some are big blockbuster films. If they have a serious tone to them, then all the films, especially if it's a shared universe, Aquaman, Wonder Woman, Flash, Cyborg, and even when the Green Lantern Corps movie comes out, is all going to have the same feel as a Batman movie. I mean, if you really look at Man of Steel, which I think I enjoyed a little bit better than Batman vs. Superman, just a little bit, for certain reasons. It was a Superman movie. Now, when you got Batman vs. Superman, it feels very much like a Batman movie. Thrown Superman in there, a little bit of Wonder Woman here and there. That's another thing. Since it had to be Batman vs. Superman, they followed a lot of the influence off of The Dark Knight Returns. Now, what if they didn't do that? What if it was a Batman and Superman movie, or Batman meets Superman? It could have been totally different. You know what I mean? And it had a lot of dark feel to it. There were a few scenes where Superman was actually in, full-blown sunlight. When he showed up to the court, and at the beginning in the desert, but it just didn't have a lot of fun moments. It was some hardcore action, some epicness to it. You could even say some of the fight scenes, some moments in there were fun. When Batman was escaping away from Doomsday, I like that. I like that a lot. He was using his grappling hook and getting the heck out of there. But my thing is, a lot of what we're hearing, and we're hearing about people's roles, there was a scene they described where Commissioner Gordon's on the roof, and he's talking to Wonder Woman, Batman, Cyborg, and Flash. And what happens is, Commissioner Gordon turns around while he's talking, Cyborg, Wonder Woman, Batman all disappear, and Flash is still standing there. So when he turns back around, Flash looks around and he's like, oh, okay, we were supposed to disappear or something like that. And he was like, well. And then he runs off, he speeds off. And they said even the hardest of critics, I guess it was people who criticized Batman vs. Superman, laughed or smiled at that scene. And there's also a scene that's supposed to be at the beginning of the Justice League movie with Bruce Wayne and, I guess, Barry Allen. I don't know if it's Flash or Batman or Bruce Wayne and Barry Allen, but it had a lot of the critics smiling and they felt good about it. I think I like what I'm hearing from this. The film's going to be more fun, and it should be. This is a film that's not just Batman. You know what I mean? Batman being dark and brooding, that's cool. I mean, look at the Dark Knight trilogies. They didn't have the heavy humor, but they were Batman movies. If you get a Batman movie and it's not funny, it seems almost okay. If you do have some funny moments in there, cool. Joker made people laugh a little bit. You know what I mean? But if you take it back to when Tim Burton did Batman, Michael Keaton was great as Batman, but when really Jack Nicholson had people dying laughing. He had me laughing. He's a joker. You should be laughing. He's a joker. You should be telling jokes as long as doing things that are jokingly fun. But enough of that. I think everything I was hearing about this Justice League movie being different than Batman vs. Superman is a positive note. I have faith in it. I think Ben Affleck really wants to do this really well, and very much in the tone. Like, if you look at the Justice League animated series, that was pretty good. It was pretty cool. Doing something like that, I think, can work out. It shouldn't have an overall tone that seems like it's more of a Gotham City Batman movie. It should share little elements from all of them, and it doesn't have to be so damn dark. I mean, I wish I had a Superman who was full of hope, didn't give up, didn't mope around a lot. If I had that, maybe I would have enjoyed Batman vs. Superman a little bit more. A little bit more. It was a good film. It wasn't bad, but it was a bad Superman film. And it was a good Batman film, but a Batman vs. Superman film. And then it had its own problems with inconsistencies and stuff like that. But that's besides the point. Now we're hearing more. If you watch Game of Thrones, there's a character on there that He's one of the wildlings, the guy with the big red beard and stuff like that, red hair. And he seems to have a crush on Brienne. He's in the Justice League movie, and he's supposed to be playing an old, yeah, I think he's playing like an old king of Atlantis. So he's somebody who was ruling before Aquaman was. And also William Dafoe. We find out William Dafoe was a mentor to Aquaman in this movie. And J.K. Simmons playing Commissioner Gordon. Let's not forget about that. This film should be fun. It should be fun. When you watch it, it should feel like you're watching the CW Flash. Not The Flash, the show, but it should be fun. And it can have moments of being dark. It can have moments of being a thriller, moments of being a mystery. But it should be fun. You have a collaborative group of superheroes. Nobody's going to smile. Everybody's personality is going to be the same as Bruce Wayne's. No, that's not what it should be. You know what I mean? So I'm very excited for all the stuff that I'm hearing about this. It's tons of stuff everywhere. You go to comicbook.com, IGN, anything. Go there. They got it. They're talking about it left and right. They're posting stuff crazy. I was just giving some, insight into it and also my view on it. I think this is what they need to do, and this is what I want. I've been waiting for this Justice League movie. After seeing Batman vs Superman, I'm just very much just waiting. I'm like, I think from the critics and the reaction they get, they're going to do a hell of a lot better than Justice League. And don't be surprised if this Justice League movie surpasses all of the box office records and stuff that Batman vs Superman did. If they're going to release it in all theaters at the same time on the same day, that would be great. So we can see how much better it does than Batman vs Superman. If they don't, oh well, whatever. You know what I mean? What do you guys think? Do you think more humor in these movies is a bad thing? I think people have a really hard time realizing just because a film is going to be lighter in tone, that doesn't mean it's a kid's film. Nobody's talking, hey, it's going to be Toy Story. They said it's going to be lighter than Batman vs Superman, which was very dark. You know what I mean? Lighter than that could mean there's so many different levels of lighter. There's Toy Story, there's the Avengers, Age of Ultron, and a whole bunch of other things in between. Now, I didn't want to bring up Marvel movies, but that's a good example. Age of Ultron was very, very darker than Avengers, but it still was lighter in tone than Batman vs Superman. And yes, I think imagery has a lot to do with that. For instance, if it's always a dark setting, it's going to make the movie have a dark feel to it. Period. And there was too many dark settings in Batman vs Superman. Too many. Okay, let me know what you guys think. Write some comments. Like the video if you like the video. Share it and subscribe it. And I will get back to you next time. I think this was a great episode because we need this, especially with the season finale coming, because we know we're going to be set up for disappointments. Also, the beginning. In Merid, Daenerys was back. The slavers were attacking. The slavers are trying